Seat, Charlie Wange, thank you so much for tuning in. Katukirire Butere into the Red Seat.
The Red Seat, in the mid-morning to Kone.
Yesterday, all over the news in Tagari, Yafuse in Tagari, and people were pointing fingers, Nimrod. I also heard you, I saw you.
What?
He pointing fingers.
Where?
In Tagari.
In
Tagari, Stanley.
Stanley in Tagari, Reverend
Hey.
Stanley
Hey,
in
the
Tagari.
one
Yes.
you now know.
I also pointed a finger. Yes.
Here's the thing. Church of Uganda yavuddeyo through the Archbishop ne bagamba nti ebintu bye yakoze okubanga yadde mukazi wa munne tagenda kuddamu kubaako kanisa gy'abuliramu yonna number one.
Yes.
He's not supposed to perform any church duties oba kubuulira kuteekako mikono kusembeza abantu, and this is an archbishop.
Yes.
And some people came out and said it is unfair.
Kyogamba ebintu bye bakola ekiro tebabikkiriza misana.
Whether kiro,
Archbishop.
ebintu byokola either ekiro oba emisana, at the end of the day tujja bitegeera. Time does not matter. Oba bikoze ekiro oba mu mmotoka oba ku lubalaza, we'll know.
Naye kati nze njagala kisooka kibe mu Nimrod kati. Nimrod ebintu ebyo bibi.
Nimrod tasobola gamba nti bibi.
Abikoze ye mukyala.
Talina bikola.
But
mu Protestant church, they are allowed to marry. But of course one woman. Nga Bible wekyogera. Now mu Catholic church, you're not allowed to marry. Era priest oba father abeeraawo paka yeewaayo eri Katonda. Simanyi how
father mumujjukire yavaayo ne yeekubira omulanga n'agamba banna.
Father Musala, right?
Kati, speaking about the Bible,
Yes.
before we get deep into the conversation, mbadde njagala tuwulirize bulungi nnyo akantu kano. It was spoken by Solomon Male, and ayina ensonga ze yakoonyeeko bannange ze njagala tusseeko essira. He was right or wrong in very many ways, but katuwulirize bulungi. You can join the conversation gwatuwuliriza ali eyo ku noti 7.2 emunoti 2. This is Galaxy.
When you go to Abraham, he had Sarah and Hagar. When you go to King David, the number is not clear, but definitely had many. My namesake Solomon, 700 plus 300 concubines.
The numbers kept
That
growing.
is a total of 3,000. Moses wrote for us the first 5 books of the Bible. He even wrote for us the 10 Commandments. Abraham is the father of all believers. Jacob wrestled with God. David is accredited with most of the Psalms in the Bible. Solomon wrote for us Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the Song of Solomon. When you look at all those men, they had polygamous lives. And the question is, will they never go to heaven?
Will they never go to heaven?
One more time.
Question, ekibuzo kiri awo. This is a discussion. I don't want us to dabble at it to pretend that these things are not happening.
The woman was married
Yeah.
to someone else. So where are we arguing?
No,
Hey.
I'm gonna read you.
Hey.
I'm gonna give you a short story about that
We
woman.
have 2 cheaters here.
The woman and the man.
They are both married. The
Yes.
man's married as well.
The man.
Yes.
That's very wrong. In the church, it's very wrong.
And leave alone
Very
being
wrong.
wrong. But your father, please.
Archbishop.
Archbishop. Now to make it
Former
worse,
Archbishop.
yes, he's an archbishop. Mu church bw'oba weewaddeyo okuweereza Katonda waliwo ebintu ebimu by'olina okuvaako. Okitegeera? Nze ky'obola asiri father. Because how do you tell me I am not supposed to sleep with any woman until death do me apart? How?
But
Do
there
they
is
know how sweet? Okay, whatever is.
Okay.
But Nimrod ojjukira gundi bwe yajja Father Musala
Yes.
n'ayogera on behalf of all the priests
Yes.
ng'ate akyogedde kuva ku butonde bwe ng'omusajja
Eh.
n'agamba mbu bandi bakkiriza ne babeera neki n'ezo
N'omuntu.
relationships
Yes.
ng'ez'abantu ba bulijjo. Father Musala bwe yakyogera
Yes.
bamugobya mayinja.
Kati Father Musala naye n'obwa father bwe yagenda okuwulira ng'embeera gy'alimu
Mutabuseeko.
emutabuseeko.
Mm.
Because they are tempted. Kiringa banagamba be in a room with a naked woman and you won't touch.
Me, I want to touch.
Of course their temptations. Gaba father. Okay, but Protestants, for them, they can marry.
Yeah.
But now for the Catholic Church, it is even worse. They are not supposed to marry. So, ndoza father musala naye yali awo naga nembeera church egirongoseemu egirowoozeeko. Yes. Now, as a person from the Protestant church, ekisooka kyakoze kyali ekikyamu. Era church erina right emugoba. Because mu rules and regulations ez'ekkanisa osobola okuwasa naye okwenda tekiriyo.
Adultery is a sin.
Yes, adultery is a sin. And we have two sinners, the Ndiga nemusomesa w'Endiga bombi basiina.
So here's the problem. All the fingers pointing ku omusomesa.
Yes.
Because maybe he was in the caliber of the archbishop and whatnot.
Yes.
Nate netwerabira nti muntu. Have you seen the pictures of the wife?
Prim was saying, by here, yachikoze tayambadde mukulu toyina kuchikola yeyo church wegamba bwoba owulira nga embeera ekutabuseeko resign retire
is about
come and we have fun.
60 something years sicho weyaviriddeyo nakkiriza
Ye
n'atakyegaana kyali kimususseeko. There are some side stories eziraga nti oba oyo omukyala yali amutiisatiisa oba there was some pregnancy somewhere and
Those
then
are side stories, of course, yes.
n'avaayo ye ng'omusajja n'agamba nti it has happened but when you go on the side and look at the pictures of the wife and then look at the pictures of the Ndiga.
Kati, whatever beautiful wife girl crosses in front of us, we go.
Tobanga kawo nga tosobola kyebeera Nimrod.
Nze kale nze.
Henry Gattako, the nigga is from Barara.
The
From Barara. What do you expect?
The wife is where?
To do?
There was a picture trending yesterday all over Twitter. Abawala babadde mu swimming pool nga bakubye amazzi gabusewe gati. And bagamba you cannot blame.
What is that statement?
Bagamba you water.
Okay.
In the
But
swimming
they got
pool.
them statement.
By the way, not everyone from Barara is watered. So, Bagala, your statement.
No, but 90%.
No.
99.
It might even be 60. Me,
Nine,
I'm telling you.
ten.
Wozungira wabi.
Eh,
Nekwatako.
it might even be 60.
Okay, let's go into the deep discussion. Wife and side chick. Because that's where the temptations come from. When sometimes you look at the wife, if you say they stop. Boring comes along. Mulekera okukola ebintu ebigenda okukeepinga n'omusajja wo. Enjala zirimu amanda, kipeti kiriawo, oliawo enviiri zirabikanga oba kitegeera. So as sometimes you do not blame the man because naturally men are hunters.
Banaitukula. Henry tukula. Wala bintu tagenda kusubira mukazi tandika kukolera mu nyumba nga abaddenga abikolera. So ebintu omukazi w'owaka byakolera 27 years. Tagenda kuddamu bikola at 30. That body that stripped for you at 27 years, bwana wears over like 35 or 40. Naye kenyini to her it will look disgusting. Okutandika obi stripping. No be stripping abenyini looking at stupid we kenyini abikola. Waliwo ebintu ebyo byogenda otuuka okukola. Ate ne bikula bisoobanga otya.
Have you seen Jennifer Lopez?
Sebo wano ndya bulumonde na muwogo.
Have you seen Zari? Ngongere. Have you seen Juliana? Have you seen Desire Luzinda?
Are they married?
Have you seen Judith Hart?
Tell them.
Doreen Kabarebe. Sibafumbo, but no, the names we have mentioned are their mothers, most of them. Okay, I don't know whether Doreen is a mother, but from Juliana.
Look at Zari. Do you know how many kids Zari has?
There is one thing Chendagala Twawule obufumbo, somebody being married, because it is also a full-time job. Twawule omuntu okubeera omufumbo, n'omuntu okubeera a mother. Kuba n'okubeera mother nga toli mufumbo, egyo ine emirimu emeka?
So, my mother, what will be batakola?
But mother, bekisigala kibakolesa n'ebintu ebimu babeera bakyetaaga obikola. But wives, balina ebituuka waliwo limit ey'ebintu ebimu.
Here's the thing, as a mother and as a wife, manya nti musajjawo naye waliwo abatatu dayinza okuba nga takwana naye abawala bamwetega oba okitegeera. So the moment you have someone in your relationship, just know you're in for competition. You're up for competition. Weerabirire side chick agenda kwenyiriza oba your competition, I think that's the right word to say. Agenda kwefaako, agenda kwekolako, agenda kukola buli kimu. First of all, you're staying with that particular person, you are bored, you're stressed, almost stressinga, abaka koma waka. Daily routines of life. First of all, yagala munyo, omwana akaaba, school fees, TV, DSTV. He needs a shoulder, he needs a shoulder to lean on. Abaya akatuuka omukanyugira mwana. Kati side chick eri. Nga yamanyi engeri gyakwasaganyaamu ebintu. She's telling him the things he needs to hear. She's doing the things he wants to be done too. Oba okitegeera kati nga lwaki takola kantagali.
Henry.
Yes.
Me, you know me. I come through with the.
We don't know
the-
you.
Tell us, Lamu, tell us.
No, that double standards here. Because should I go get some side cassava as well? Like.
As a woman?
Yeah, because you're not perfect as well. A man isn't perfect.
Mm.
A man isn't perfect. You're asking a question, which I'll just send back to you. Yes. So if you want a side chick, should we get some side, you know? Like we should.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Wakola kino? Ngana wakola kino.
Yeah.
Okubeera even.
You
waliwo ebintu ebitagenda kukola olugenda bikola paka ddi Henry.
Here's the thing. Mutuuka ekiseera nga you become over self-centered.
Kati Henry njagala mbuuze as a man, bintu ki omukazi by'ayinza okukola ewaka n'owulira ng'obikoye? Because si ti buli mukazi ate abantu abafumbo nno tebannafuna baana. So njagala ombuulire wali mwana akaaba waka, you did not leave money home. Oba osuubira kusanga kyo waka. Nothing, right? Si kyo?
Yangu omukazi. Oba ziba teziriwo.
Kota mukaleega.
Find a better way to tell me.
Era nyina okugamba naye kati abamu tebagala bagamba. Ogambye ntya? Obadde tewaliwo ssente za kyakulya. You want something to eat?
Omanyi obagambe ennaku zino tewali ssente za kyakulya ozungazunga olagawa. Banayi natomera.
Nze nina ebintu bye nzikiririzaamu. Unfortunately, simanyi oba from another world. But I believe in spicing up a relationship.
Yes.
Where as men and women, age comes in, kids come in, jobs come in, we even get out of shape. Which take it because I'm not the person I used to be, say 10 years ago. Now, problem is how do you adjust and accept your man or woman? More adjustments is on zero. One, me, I would agree with cheating.
Same.
Yes. I would agree with cheating. Because sometimes you need to, okay, over cheated service, your relationship.
Yes, that's the right
okay,
one.
see my change is that you, okay, but I don't know how I can call it. But sometimes you need to let your woman cheat.
Hey!
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah,
so that
first wait.
That will
You let her cheat. And you know that he has cheated.
No. Like if yes, you need to let your man be with the boys. When he's with the boys, things happen that you're not supposed to know. No, that you're not supposed to know as a woman.
Yes.
Now, we do those things not to hurt you.
But to just feel like we are leaving.
For what to cheating because just to good the circumstance, the environment, if I'm in a bar, I've gone to drink. But shit happens that a girl passes and then we start catching up. Now, of course, in the cleaning, problem is to get a when somebody, a woman or a guy starts cheating, see whether that habit can actually go away. Because you sleep around with different women, you sleep around with different men. Every person, aina chaleta kumeza. Ate muchala uchata kolachi. Just like food. You cannot eat bread alone and milk.
You can.
You need to have some black tea,
just
blah,
that
blah.
you've not
and
decided.
Your wife won't do certain things she used to do 10 years ago. Even your husband. somehow mwekoowamuko. I don't know what it is in marriage. Naye muli
muba mwekoye
musigaza institute yakulabirira baana kubeerawo kugenda mu mbaga na ku attending official functions bwe mudde ewaka buli omu n'akwata ebibye. It's natural as a couple bwe mukitegeera this happens then mujja kubeera bulungi. But every time you find a message in your man's phone and you quarrel about it, how many times will you quarrel? Ngate you're living forever and ever together.
Is this thing two-sided?
Yes, it is. It's two-sided. We all cheat.
Because when we say that we out with the girls, it's not normally about cheating.
There's a difference between the girls and the men. I don't know what it is. When boys go out, they get naughty. When the girls go up, they just want to do shopping and
gossip.
Yeah, we just want to have fun when we go out. But I think about to say extent, ng'olina tebyagala nkola ate nze byenda babi outgrowing nze omanyi olumu ate abasajja abamu akuleetera okuteekamu embeera nti these are the things you're supposed to do bino byenjagala kati bwe ndaba ate bifuuse bya enforcement kitegeeza nange ŋŋenda ate kukola kyennyini kyokola kyokola bw'obeera okomawo waka ssaawa emu ng'ate nkimanyi mala okukola ssaawa nga kati katugeze Henry nkimanyi mala okukola ssaawa 8 oba 9 nongeza
akomyewo ku 5 from 9 to 5 wabaddewo okyawo
nsirise sikubuuziza of course oli muntu mukulu olina okuŋŋamba oba I delayed mbadde wano na wano but if you happen not to tell me that thing nja kusirika okikolere wiiki ennamba nze n'abanfaanana wiiki eddako kitegeeza ffe tukitandika Allah bakitandika nzikiza.
What do you have to say?
There are two things I've noticed. I can't say I have experience in marriage and what. But
you have been in relationships.
Yes. These are the two things I've noticed about especially this era we are in right now. The first thing I've noticed, people enter marriage like they force love. We force love. I see friends, I see distant, I see random people getting married.
No, we date ourselves.
And you see, you're forcing love. You have this idea of
there's no friendship with the person you're committing to.
You have this idea of what you want from this person, and then you find yourself forcing it, and that's what leads to that whole. But if you ever find a couple that truly like they are friends, trust me, when it's time to cheat, the person will even feel the guilt and come and tell you
that yo.
I've seen that, not a lot. I've seen it once. This man came and told the wife, I'm getting a Muslim man, I'm getting a second wife, and I want you to pick the wife. And this woman went and picked a wife for the husband.
That is how it is supposed to be in my religion.
And everyone was like, what? Went and picked and looked for educated, beautiful, everything.
I want to go and tell my girlfriend, you know what, today let's have a menage a trois. And she says, now instead of ogenda byekwasaganyize yayite bankwate nze mugambe agambe kale Nimrod ku birthday yo.
Those relationships exist.
Yes.
But no,
they exist.
They exist. Haj Kamoga. Yes, Haj Kamoga omukyala ne waba azadde omukyala omulala yagenda mu ddwaliro n'alaba munne birthday babikola byonna wamu.
Nze njala nafuuka musiraamu.
Ate nini obusiraamu egamba bw'oba olina ekirungi ate kati kyagalize ne munno.
But it has to be genuine. It should not be forced. Anything forced, at some point, you find yourself.
It breaks.
Your relationship gyenjagala. Nga madamu mugamba leero tugende ku lubalaza. Okigenda she'll be like kawa.
Tugende.
Kimugambe akirowooleze yakiplaningire. One time men jawan surprising nga
abeerawo ng'akimanyi nti buna eri wange okufulirayo ku bugga ennakati kikwatako nga mukyalo.
I think something else Nimrod had mentioned about women being different. What I've noticed, men cheat unprovoked.
Yes.
Unprovoked in their
anyhow.
But
that's like that.
Women, what I've noticed, friends, stories I've had, myself, we need motivation.
To to cheat. That is true. I
Many
agree.
women need motivation.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Either abakoye oba muchitingako
Yes.
revenge.
alcohol oba
Yes.
munyivu
It
oba
has to
the-
be out of
oba
revenge.
even her friend can tell mwana give you go.
Eh.
As in,
Bawaga.
ayinza okukuyagaga oludde okukola wowe.
Yeah.
So take care of your women, because that's the motivation that takes them to other places. And those are the excuses they use. You didn't say, you haven't told me I'm beautiful in 2 years. That's why I'm with. You get, those are they need that
So we
motivation.
need to appreciate the people we have.
I think so. Be friends with the people you married to, you guys. You guys marry or what for what?
They marry because
For the sake of
they
all
marry
what?
because their
Chichi no
parents
chemanyi.
are asking them for their wives.
Eh.
And then
No.
some men marry
But this is
because
your
all
life.
the circle is married
This is
and
your
he's
life.
the only
Yes,
single one.
very true.
They have very many reasons.
But this
why
is
they
your
marry.
life. Now
And
you
then
look stupid.
auntie, after putting somebody home, kyekyo ekitiibwa ky'omusajja kati alyoka afulumayo
No, it looks so
Mm.
bad. It looks so
Kyokola
bad.
nze gwe nafuna
It looks so bad.
kyemugamba kyonna asobola okinjiriza
Hello.
era nze me I no longer cheat.
obaoliawo ngagamba
Amanyi ate nange mumanyi. I know her cycle. Like
Mm.
back then, before this one,
Mm.
like before like 4 others,
Mm.
I used to have a girlfriend.
Mm.
The cycle in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Like after if you've done today, you give
Mm.
her another 2 weeks, like
Ah.
to obanga mbendya.
Addemu yezze bujja.
Rejuvenation.
Mu third week,
Mm.
olina omukwasaganya.
Oba
Like
tomukwasaganyiza.
kasayiko kakati kabaka okitegera mu
Mm.
third week olina omukwasa.
Whatever.
Bw'ayingira fourth week ayinza okitinga.
Mm.
So I just as in mulina okubanga mwemanyi.
Mm.
If your man comes home tired ate nawo n'omuzaako stress, man olisi tufuna abakazi so that batuggyeko that
Stress.
stress. Naate bwe nkoma ate nawo non-stressinga,
Mm.
then I'm going to run away from
Nani
these people.
asinga okuleeta stress ng'omukazi
Fenna.
w'ebbali?
Omukazi w'ebbali
Nga yaleese stress
Yeah.
oyo ate
Yeah.
tojagala.
baleeta stress
Baleeta,
naye
bw'otamuwa level ye baleeta.
okyogedde bulungi bw'otamuwa levo ye ebiseera ebisinga ogenda okufunayo webbali nga actually abasajja abasinga baba babaloopera okimanyi nti yakoze bwati ne bwati ne bwati ne bwati kati to be a successful webbali olina okuba nga owuliriza there's
That is
nothing
the
else
problem.
there's nothing else
Ow'ebbali
kyabakwagaza
alina kuba wa bbali. Why
Exactly.
tell her issues ez'ewaka and things
Nimrod,
like that? She needs to
waliwo
know.
ebintu
Nimrodi
waliwo
bali
ebintu
kunya.
abasajja abasinga nga togenda bigamba bakyalibo
Abafu,
Nga
Oba
kyogamba
okitegeera?
kyali ogamba omukazi omulala about your
nga
woman
just
at home.
oba oyagala kuventi ngaate nammwe mufunayo ab'ebbali oba omwagaza ati.
Abasajja, most married men actually, most of them,
Mm.
on a scale of 100, 90% of the married men akubuulira ebizibu byewuwe. Ng'ate
Kyeŋŋamba.
abitandikira wasina byawaka nti oba kino kibadde bwe ajja kukubuulira paka ku mukyala akuzze wano, but the moment you talk about
Kikyamu,
your wife
kikyamu.
with me,
Mm.
we done.
Eh.
Chap, me,
We
I
done.
can talk about everything in my life,
Mm.
my work,
with
my
the
work,
side one
but I don't discuss my
Your-
family.
Yes.
Mm.
Anyway, not even with my closest friend.
Mm.
Era buli bw'atandika gundi nemugamba alo
Mm. manyawo koma
Komaawo.
eyo tetugendayo because nange sigenda ebyo saagala na biman whether you fight or whatever I don't want to know what is happening in your house. So leave what is happening in my house. I am old enough to know. Naye kati buli bw'otandika side dish n'omunyumiza mwana madamu yastressinze abaana balala amani.
You know that goyinza n'omubuuza nti nani kunyumiriza ku binkwatako.
Exactly.
Why you think I'm not dating?
So tumanye number 2 number 3 balina kumanya ki tebalina kumanya ki balina kukomawo ate nze me I tell you straight up hello we are dating but there is somebody
anti kyekyo
there.
nabo kye baagala
But then you have
owulira
to realize there is a way Nimrod is organizing this.
Me, I organize
Ali
my-
mukulagirira bali eri abawatte.
njagala buli mukiitinze awulira kozi nze chairman.
Omulango olukubye.
tukubikawo
I
muze
know
bbiri
kumanya
kwoli
biri.
osobola otuyingako ku noti 7 is the red seat and the show is available ku YouTube osobola ogisangayo Galaxy FM/TV channel. Make sure you subscribe and join the family. Nze kyemanyi kiri bwe kiti we start losing the people we love, we start breaking up our relationships the moment we stop doing obuntu obutono, the moment we start taking someone for granted. Oyinza okuba nga obadde n'omuntu yes bowadde mwebeerawo buli kimu nolaba nga everything is monotonous naye no giving up. When you give up gwe nga gwe naye na giving up kyobola amaaso gagenda tunula bbali. Do you know that there are people that have been together never cheated for over 50 years?
Yeah, you you guys. Those relationships exist.
Mukuletere
Mundeete.
banange bangi.
Musonge
Bangi. The entire
Tebali naye batini.
Jebali.
Tebafa.
Tebafa.
Ani. You give me an example of a relationship you know that is very serious.
They are nga bali serious. I wouldn't want to.
Imagine no wali relationship yoyinza oberamu. Imagine no wali relationship yoyinza olaba abantu. Ngobalaba bali happy naye nga agirimu omuntu omu. Ng'omulala ebirowoozo biri wala.
N'omulala akola birala nnyo. Ate cheating is not necessarily sleeping around. Uchegera.
Yeah.
Cheating
By the time
can be
you
emotional.
start
You
flirting with
flirting.
somebody, then you're gone.
Yeah.
But you never want to way back because me, I talk to so many chicks. I don't sleep with all of them.
Hey.
We just be chat, blah, blah, blah,
But
blah.
the moment, hi baby, we already dating.
But
Hey.
that is
Hi,
the
baby.
fact that someone kuleka we simu yange opening a madam wali. Chitegeza there is a lot of
Endowooza yammwe eraga nti it is impossible for someone okubeera n'omuntu omu ne beeyagala. Just strictly one person. Nimrod ye ayo taliyo because
No.
that is not a true
Jebali
thought.
abasobola okubeera n'omuntu omu.
Mm.
But out of 100,
Mm.
it is like 5 or 10%. That's for a fact. For a fact. Bw'oba wali oliddeko ku kyennyanja nga leero olidde kisiike enkya boyiro enkya ki waliwo wootuka n'oyo ya boyiro and so your partner probably
Engombe empya y'ennaku zino buli omu agamba mitima gyakaluba but there's one thing I've noticed. Mitima gyakaluba temuva mu bubokisi bwa bannamu.
Baanafuye ennaku 3 eziwedde naddala.
Obeera eyo mitima gyakaluba naye ng'olinayo akaana akakufukamiza. Why don't you agree? N'ogamba nti kati nze kanzikirize. Temwagala kugwa
People
mu
have
love.
issues.
Olwo okkiririza.
People have issues. People have a lot of issues. From their families, they have issues. From their experiences,
We actually have a lot to deal with.
they have issues. Yes, that's what it brings me back to my point. Just don't do things for her.
You
Yes, because trust me, I've seen that also as well. Like people, like someone loves you. You cry, oh, I want a nice guy. I want a person who looks like this. I want a person who sends me airtime. I want this.
n'okuba obufaananyi bwa movie.
And then the person gets, and then now you decide. But
I
you
think
know
I
what?
want something
I
different
think
now.
I don't want airtime. I want shoes every month. Like, what do you want? You have issues. Sometimes the problem is not all
It's not
men
the-
or all women. Sometimes you are the trash.
waliwo n'ebintu ebimu bye tulina okuvaako
Eh.
nga abantu abagala relationships zaffe zibeerewo. Some things you just need to swallow. I had a friend, the wife's sister yanova ewuwe n'agenda ewuwe kati nga bawe tanaba kudda tana musajja akomawo tawa 5 6 biki kumbe gwanyumiza ne bawe ndi naye tukyali mu kunywa otegeera. So banyumya blah blah. The husband went back at 4. Now you're quarreling that, but not cheating, but that is she knows he hangs out, he does what and stuff like that. Goliawo oyomba mbo owakomawo ku 6. Abamu abababa bwe basulayo even 2 days mukyala tamayina kumanya waali, but love yaabwe egenda mu maaso.
Is one thing I know. Ebyo byonna nga tubitadde mu mabbali. You cannot love someone else paka nga weeyagadde. You cannot live a life with someone if you're not living your life. Tosobola beera awo n'owa omuntu omulala essanyu nga gwe tolina ssanyu oba okitegeera. Kati essanyu for instance ng'erya Nimrod aba alina okulozaako wano ne wano wakabyogera 12 Koli 79210210 join the conversation. Galaxy Koli
Hello.
OMB
Kakati
the example n'agamba abantu betutunuulira mu Bible abasingayo okuwandiika ebitabo bonna actually balina abakazi abasolomoni
Kati salawo ogenda kiki kyoyaga bw'oba yasaze okufuuka priest ebintu emu olina bivaako kitegeera. Bw'oba osaze okufuuka father, you have given yourself to the Lord. Now you can't start coming into our world. You can't be a father and cheat.
bino ebintu bibaawo Nimrod.
No.
It can only be justified as cheating bwebanga bakutte.
Naye
Naye bwe tugenda mu makyaki ago Nimrod ne bagamba wanika omukono what wobanga togirangako wabbali.
Kati kyokola nze siri pastor.
Nze bankwatire ba
So,
sister.
kyogezaako
Nze
gamba.
sister bano abangi. Babakwate babateeka awo bamukisaawo ennambole batugambe abo basista buli omu waba yalayira okusavinga Mukama Katonda ate egattangako awaliko omukono.
Nabo gye bali. Just that ebintu byabwe tebinabafuluma. Unfortunately ono byafulumye. But a lot of them of course are doing this. Some even have families.
That is the point.
That kyekituufu ekiriwo. But number one, kikyamu kubanga Archbishop yayenze. Kikyamu nnyo. Okitegeera naffe eri endiga abava tuyinza okugamba kintu kyadde kyakabi but kikyamu.
The way everyone is blaming him, is it justifiable?
It is justifiable. As a leader n'ebitibwa by'alina talina kikola.
Okimanyi tirava ekwambula ebitiibwa.
Henry, nga bw'otudde awo, there are some words you cannot say on air.
I know, definitely.
The moment you say them, you get fired. Exactly.
So
even him, when he marries, you cannot cheat. It is study mu outside world. When bana chobola njagala ngamanya abantu, please cheat before you marry. Do it before you means olunaku lwendi ambala empeta Henry. Bw'oli nsanga n'omukazi ng'anyenda. Chovolaba. Bikola kati. So that omukyala bwe muteeka ewaka bwe.
For Nimrod?
Yes. What will you put on the table that I have not done?
It's possible.
It's very possible.
Because it's like wanting what you can't have.
Yes.
You feel like you've never had it.
Then you turn to genda mulo jemu empeta jiteekaawo nende wakasigiina.
Like, for example, sometimes in a marriage, people are not even looking for the sex, you know. Sometimes you're just looking for that relationship you lack with your partner. It could be, let's say, for let's say a woman's case, a guy who just talks to you and listens to you. Just something that small will lead you into his bed. Not that you, not that you're after the
Henry, olunaku lwendi kuyita ninga akati ngenze kukyala. I will be era nze madamu yandyanguye process because I want the whole world to know that I'm done. Nze nganze. Because mbimaze.
Let us speak the honest truth. Ntagali is 16. This example has to keep coming. There's a possibility nti woba obikoze n'obikola ne binyuma. You don't stop. If you decide to stop, you stop now.
You know these things. You are also in the industry. You know that.
Things come in.
Chicken, you eat this, that, everything tastes different.
Let's hear from you. Good afternoon, Galaxy Calling.
Ekikolwa tukisonyiwa.
Naye ebitiibwa tugenda nabyo. Galaxy Calling. Most people, this is also part of the conversation I wanted us to have. Omukyala we waka wabanga takyakuwa vibe nga bw'ogamba. What do you mean why?
Why takuwa vibe?
Woba you're not yet married. N'otunulayo n'olaba ow'ebbali n'olaba nga there's need for you to cheat.
No. But people should understand. Especially men. Ono mchalo mufulutuddemu abaana bana. She really cannot stay the same.
She can't.
You get it? Number two, tomulabiriranga ye. Like hair, what. Really, she can't stay the same. You get it?
Does that remove the fact that wonala woliyo ajja kubanga si
Now, my only issue is when women fail to understand what kind of men you married. You get it? Some men are humble, some men are wild. If you married a wild man, you need to know however much was that day and stuff like that. Omusajja wo ali wild omukuumi otya oba biki byogenda okukkiriza. You get it? If you have a wild man like me, you need to know that if you hear that I'm with a kachik techina kunyiza nnyo. No, I'm being honest. But there are some things nze nga Nimrod nange bye sitasobola kukola. Okitegeera? I can be with a kachik somewhere, but it won't end up in news because I have a relationship to protect.
Yes.
You get it? Naye ate kati buli bwanankuba ebifaananyi bla 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 bla. Madam aba yeeyongera okunyiiga. Okuwulira obuwulizi n'obbiraba are two different things. You get it? So, however much ovuddemu abaana bla bla bla, you're no longer the same. But you need to know how to keep up your man. You get it? You have given birth, you have probably become fatter, which is normal and stuff like that. but keep the love going, keep the relationship going. Because now ekikwatako ono guno omukwano gugwo si gwa bbaawo
omuntu akeera enkyasebo ng'akooye
Yeah.
nga ne bw'okola otya
byonna bitandikira Henry byonna bitandikira mu courtship and everything. There is understanding the person you want to be with forever. Bino ebintu tulekerawo bannange okufumbirwa oba okuwasa because of people, because of the pressure.
1 year,
because
6
of
months
anything.
we want to give birth.
Yes.
6 months you giving birth. You've known me for just 6 months.
And then you're so shocked. People are so shocked. I can't believe he did this. I can't believe she did this. You did not that person.
Nekirala nakyo tulina otegeera abawala olumu tuyinza olaba omwana tulowooza omusajja amubreakinze olw'okuba afunye olubuto ali mulimu n'abawala nabamu nga yayagala mwana kati nga gwe kijja kukuluma naye ye nga yafunye omwana gwolo. Some ladies nno bakozesa
Are
abasajja.
those things we need to sit down and talk about before we go into a serious relationship?
If I've come for a child, my dear, whether you discuss with me or not, I'll get pregnant.
You know, mulina kwetegeera.
Some chicks malaga getting pregnant if I then some will tell you why they wafete tujjamu mbuto and you're stuck there. Gwa yali agenze just kunyumirwa mbonyumirwa kakwatiddeyo. Omulala ne bagamba kale nze onfunisa olubuto naye kati okunyanjula ize nze nva mu famire y'abahaji ng'ate tona nakumala 1 year naye haji n'akubira sebo gwe
kumukyotala nga bano balamu
n'akuyaga gwe sebo ofunisiza muwala jangu wano
nyina kyali wange bamuteeka mitayimba yafuna omukyotala namufunisa olubuto omuwala yadduka ewaabwe nga ye yajjamanyi
ate bano
you're the most difficult people to love in Uganda.
But all in all, do responsibly. Number one,
Yes.
do responsibly. Chegera, respect your wife at home. Chegera, if you do your things there, let them end there. Find ways that tebituka waka. Hang around with the right people.
Ye wanabikola ojja kunyiga batojja kunyiga.
Because
hang around with the right people ebaliwa Nimrod. Kati kankubuuze kati Nimrod esawa ya leero wow hanging out with the right people.
Anti kati nze njatambula ne Henry because it's my Henry. If I do my manyanga, it won't go out because Henry will keep it. But there are some friends you hang around with. Nga bw'aba atamidde atandika okwogera agagambaawo n'abadde talina kuwulira ye kale tabigambye mukyalawo but alina engeri gy'abyogeddemu awo abadde tebalina kuwulira osanga bigenze eri okitegeera. That's what I mean with hanging around with the right people. Then man, your wife is your wife. Period.
Your man is your man.
Because
Your woman is your woman.
Somehow, somewhere, kadzete yazi. So sanga yabadde akyasobola okutambuza ekintu kye without anyone.
As we conclude, I am told this is something ekibaddewo for a long time.
Exactly.
Naye ng'omukazi amuteeka ku pressure. She's
at the moment w'otamufugira because ndowooza n'omukyala yabyogedde. Because Archbishop, if it has been happening for a long time, Archbishop knows waliwo kyataakoze omukyala n'avaako. By the way, our wives keep a lot of secrets that we do. Okitegeera. But you just spark her off like pa n'alyoka abyogera. Just cause waliwo kyotaakoze. Probably Archbishop singa yagenze maaso n'akazannyo ke nga managing ekintu kye.
Omusajja yabadde atunda amasaka yabadde akola ki to make sure.
Mumugatte ku scenario ya Jerome mujijjukira. Omutoro bamukwatira mu nyumba.
Ate Jerome oba osusse. Let's have the last words. Let me start off with you, Lam. Yeah, the people that are listening.
I've said a lot. I think the last thing I can add. The last thing I can add. Young people out there. Please. You guys, I feel like we do a lot of. We get into like let's say our 20s. And then we just get into useless relationships with no plans. And we say, when I turn 30, it will get serious. Trust me, you will turn 30 and you will have no idea.
And things will just worsen.
You'll be like, okay, I've been with let's say how many people? 7, 10, 12 people. Because it was to pass time. Or you can be with one person for 5 years, but you have no plan. No plan because you're just enjoying. Because when you're 30, maybe when you're 35, you'll have your first kid. Have a plan. Just like you want to plan for your career, you can plan for your love life. If marriage is what you want, Put
Go
it
for it.
out there.
Mm.
Put it out there. Start now. Don't do useless things. You turn 30, then you'll be forced to marry people that go and embarrass you.
Did I need to hear this?
You had
I
to.
needed to hear this.
So
Kusonga
go
hiyo.
for what
Yes.
you want. It's okay. It's
Mm.
fine. If you want to have like Nimrod, all the women, all types,
It's
go
called
do
having
that.
fun. It's called having
Many
fun.
women. Manai.
Go do that. It's okay.
Thank you
It's
so
fine.
much, Lamu. Lamu is a musician. You can check her out on YouTube. When are we having new music?
Very soon.
Very soon. Eh? It's an
So glad I
EP of
came
her.
here.
Mm.
Thank you guys for having me.
Mm.
Yeah, this was very fun.
Okay.
Me, my last words. Archbishop ekikolwa kyo tusobola okukisonyiwa because he actually put a statement apologizing,
He did,
which
yeah.
is very good. Naye ekyambalo kyaffe tuba tukikisigaza. For the people out there, mbambi managing especially ba side dish baffe. Madam baffe bagumira ebintu bingi but ba side dish basinga okuva mu mbeera. Okitegeera? So manage your side dishes, making sure ebintu byokola eri tebituuka eri first lady oba public or something like that. Okitegeera? Ffenna tulina ebintu bye tukola outside our relationships but tulina okumakinga sure bisigala eyo. Tebiina tutuuka mu public, tebiina tutuuka mu ewa madam and things like that. So that omukwano tugutambuze bulungi. Then tulekeraawo kukiitinga nze nalekeraawo.
Jamila tusigale.
Kati nze ebigambo byange bigenda okusembayo. Nze ngamba let's understand each other before we start up anything. Let's start up things nga tetulina kwe tubeesingidde. Nga tukikoze lwakuba kye twagala. Omanyi buli lw'okola ekintu ng'olina ky'obeesingiddeko you'll get disappointed. But bw'okola ekintu olw'okuba ky'oyagala, you never get disappointed. Go into a relationship if you're ready. Yes, do not settle like with somebody if you're going to play them. Ebintu tukole buli kimu mu budde bwakyo. If you want to be with somebody, funa omuntu oyo, understand that person, beera naye. Do not use people. Do not use each other. Abantu bakozesa bannaabwe ebintu bingi but do not use each other. As for the Reverend, nze sigenda kumunenya kuba ndi muntu. Me, I know temptations coming, and a person cannot be perfect forever. Or ekintu wabawo ekiyinza okujjawawo in between ekimujja ku mulamwa. So ekyo tunakyerabira ffenna tulina ebintu bye tukoze bye tutalina kukola. So we shouldn't judge this man.
Okay.
Yes. Twebeereremu nno nnyo kuba n'abadde wano ku makyalesi babagambye kukola ki? Kwebeereramu. Nezino relationships ezisusse gye zitutunuza ati waba wabi.
Kwaddala, but if you want something to last, be with someone you can be able to talk about it with. Funa mukwano gwo. Ebiseera ebisinga tutunuulira buno buntu obutono. You look at money, you look at the physical looks, some of you want butaala.
Kulaga bantu nti nyina
My friend,
omusajja, nyina omukazi.
gye kiggwera
No.
kijja kuyiika naye oba ofunye muno nga mwetegedde mwekubye obuseffuliya mwekwagudde naye ne musigala nga muli bakyali, you laugh and cry together.
Abaana babagamba nnyo it will end in tears.
Mutima gyaka.
Abaana bagamba bannaabwe it will end in
It
tears.
always ends in tears, but it doesn't have to if that particular person is your friend. Good afternoon.
The Red Seat in the mid-morning to Cornet.